Hey, what's going on guys? Mark back in the workshop on Mark's Aquatics. Right, we've got a few of these little Danios out now, these little Galaxy Rasboras, or whatever we're calling them these days. And you can see there's one right in the middle of the screen. There's a few around the back of the sponge filter as well. And as you can see, I've put a sponge filter in there as well. Now the reason why I've done that is because I had a bit of a nightmare. I've lost my culture of Infusoria. That just decided to go belly up on me, and also my microworm cultures as well. Now, I got in touch with this guy called Ron from eBay, and he has very kindly sent me a really big culture of waterworms. And by the looks of things, there is quite a few babies in there. If you can see on the, we'll try and get it a bit closer. You can see there all those little lines, and that is all those little microworms. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these into some, well, these are the Chinese Tupperware pots that I use. Okay, and what I do is I put a very small hole in the lid of the nearly knocked my tripod flying in. I put a very small hole into the top of the lid. Okay, right in the middle there. You only want a couple of small holes, and you don't want them big enough for flies to get in, otherwise they're going to go in there and lay maggots in there and all that kind of stuff. So you don't want that to be happening. So thank you very much for that, Ron. You're a star, mate. You saved these little babies, and I'll put the link to his eBay store in the comment section below. Okay, so you can hit him up and buy some of this stuff off him. They look like really good, and really good culture. Like I said, you can see lots and lots of them in there, crawling all over that top of that Ziploc bag that he sent them in. Massive thank you to you again. You've saved some lives, Ron. Thank you very much. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to take some of these little microworms out now, and we're going to have to put them into a little pot. And what I'll do is I'll just wash some off of the bag slightly, and then we can feed some and put some in the tank for them to eat. Right guys, what I tend to do is I get my turkey baster, okay, and I'll just take a little bit of water from the tank and I'll just put it in there like that. And then what I tend to do, when they're not crawling up the side, is if you just scrape a bit out of the bag like that, okay, and just wash it about in the water that you put in there. And once that's all dissolved off of there, you can just rinse it around like so. And then you'll see lots and lots of little waterworms in there hopping about. And what you do then is you just suck a little bit of water up. Now you don't want to be doing too much of this, okay, because you're going to have a little bit of the mixture mixed in with it as well. Okay, so you only got to do this like once a day when they're this age. And then now we've got that filter in there. Set this tripod up properly. Then what we can do is wait for those little waterworms to settle in the corner. I'll just prop it up on a corner like that, and they'll all sink to the bottom now, okay? You can see that down there. I've just left it to the side. Now all that's just going to settle in the bottom, and then we're going to put a little bit in the water, okay, like that. If you go right to the bottom, because they will sink, and just drip them in like that. And as you can see, there's little bits floating around in there as well, but there is hundreds and hundreds of little microworms which are now floating about in the water, and these little guys are going to find them. They're very, very small. You won't see them hardly at all at the moment. I can see a few just down in the weed down here by this Marimo ball, but whether or not you'll see them, I'm not quite sure. Because I've been taking eggs out every day, they're going to be hatching at different stages now. So and when they do hatch, you'll sort of see them sticking on the glass, and like a lot of fry do, they'll just hang on the glass. So but that's fantastic stuff. So that's enough in there, I think, for today. I'll leave those in here. They're going to be fine in that water for many hours. They're going to live in that water and they'll be fine. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you, just zoom you back there again. I'm just going to get this culture now, and I'm going to pour a dollop of it in there like so. And I got some more down on the floor. Actually, I'll use that one. I'll just feed those to my bench tank. And I'll put the other half in there like that. There you go. And I wouldn't throw the bag away as well, because there's going to be thousands of them in there, and you can start other little cultures off with what's left in there as well. So you can put that to one side. Ron's done all the hard work. He's put all the yeast in there and everything else. Now when he sent me this, he sent me this as well, which is the culturing banana worms, micro worms, water worms, and all that stuff. Okay, all the temperatures, all the information you need he sends with them. Okay, so you can so when you get your little packet full of your cultures, you can read on there the do's and don'ts and what to do. And if you're very unsure, you can go back and watch one of my videos that I did a long time back now on how to culture these little guys. But like I said, mine decided to die off on me. So these things do happen. Sometimes it may have got a little bit warm. But there we go, we got two in there now. Little tiny holes, pinholes in the middle, just to let that air in. I'll probably put one there like that, just to let some air in and the air out again, just to keep a little bit of flow. Now what you'll find, you'll see them, they'll crawl up the sides and they'll start making these little roadways and little tracks. And all you basically do, or what I'll do tomorrow, I won't do the water trick, I'll just get a paintbrush and I'll just roll it across, a nice clean one, just like my tongs would be here. Take the lid off and you just basically wipe across, get some on a paintbrush, and then dip it in the water and just shake it like that. Okay, and that'll be plenty for them to eat for the next few days. So things are good. I'm going to stack those on top of each other like that for now. I'm going to drill them in a minute, put a little hole into them. And I don't know if you've seen those other little guys hopping about yet. We'll see if we can find them again. But we've got a few hatching, which is good news. Oh, I can't believe how busy I've been in the shop, guys. Just been busy, selling lots and lots of corals, starting people off with new little tanks. It's fantastic stuff. Like I say, it's been a lifelong dream for me to get that little shop going, and now I've got a full license on the shop, everything else, and it's absolutely brilliant and it's super exciting. But it does take up a lot of my time, so hopefully I can keep up with these videos and keep doing everything. Like I say, it's not a chore for me to do all these things. I just thoroughly love doing these things, breeding things, and I'll always be making videos. Hopefully the amount of time that I have been making them for, you know, the same sort of length videos and everything else. Lots of new things on the go. Here's one there, look, just by the filter, just swimming around. But yes, busy at the moment at Mark's Aquatics. We've got all sorts going on. We've got lots of sponsors coming in. We've got people sending me stuff from all over the world. It's absolutely fantastic. JBL have sent me some more stuff. Fluval are sending me some stuff. I've got stuff coming from Ocean Nutrition for the coral reef side of things. It's really looking up and starting to take off, which is fantastic. I can't believe how much and how many subs and everything we've got in the time that we've been doing. I've been doing this channel. It's absolutely brilliant, and it's not, you know, it's all down to you guys watching the videos that makes it all possible. So thank you very much to all you guys, and that's why I like to try and get back and give back as much as I can to the hobby, like with these pleco hides and all this sort of stuff from Plecto Ceramics, and which is going to be on the Sunday. I'm going to do the draw for them on Sunday, okay, on the 23rd. So get ready for that one. That's all coming up as well. You can still see that little guy hopping about in the water there. There he is. There's one of them there, and I keep seeing a couple there up in the top in the corner, up in the rick here, up in the corner there. They tend to go up in there and hide as well. Anyway, guys, as your quick update, I've got to go back in the coral room now. I had another shipment in last night, So it's all busy, hands on deck. I've got to get them all sorted out now, move things around and make that all tidy up in there. I'll give you an update on that as well shortly when it's all looking tidy. But as always guys, you're all stars, love you loads, take care, and I'll see you on the next episode of Mark's Aquatics. Bye for now.
Just me and my guitar.